Hey guys, Zenmaju. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well this wonderful holiday season. Today I want to talk about another book review, and this one is by Lilith Dorsey. And Lilith was actually introduced to me from Elo, and as you know, I did a review on Elo's book very recently. And this book, because I wanted to be introduced to the deities of Voodoo. So I was recommended this book here by Lilith Dorsey, which is Orishas, Goddesses, and Voodoo Queens, the Divine Feminine in the African Religious Traditions. Now, this book is absolutely wonderful to start off with, and we'll get to that in just a minute. We'll be right back. So let's talk about this great book. Now, Lilith Dorsey, I heard of her and I've actually interacted with her on Twitter for quite a while before I actually bought a copy of her book. And this is one of a few books that she does offer. Again, it's very beautiful illustration, as you can see. And you can actually see Lilith Dorsey in the back. Very, very, very beautiful woman. She talks about a lot of different types of voodoo, hoodoo, and other religions and magic that's based on African traditions, Caribbean traditions, South American traditions, and also, of course, Louisiana, New Orleans. So this is a great book. If you're looking to learn about the goddesses or the divine feminine within this aspect of study. Now, the reason why I chose this book to start off with is because I was not familiar with the divine feminine that is associated with voodoo, hoodoo, so on and so forth. And I really wanted to learn it first before I went in and practiced, or read about how to practice. I don't practice everything I learn, so just a warning or heads up on that. But this book not only talks about all of the goddesses and voodoo queens and so on and so forth, it's talking about recipes that you can make on a specific day for the divine feminine, goddess, queen, what have you, that you're working with. And like, the first one is Oshun, and I really loved when I started reading this because there's quite a bit, believe it or not, in the divine feminine, in hoodoo, voodoo, and other deities within this book that you may already be familiar with. And if you're not familiar with them, you're certainly going to love them, because she explains everything based on their herbs and offerings for each goddess or queen. She goes into, again, recipes that you could use or you could make to appease them, especially if you're inviting them to the table and you're setting up a table or altar for them. You could leave certain offerings. But there's even frozen drinks, alcoholic beverages that you could use as well, which is great. She goes into also ritual baths and also oils that you can make also based on these traditions. And of course, candles and different jar spells that you can do. But this book is just full of information, which Lilith goes into quite a bit for each goddess or divine feminine figure that she mentions in the book. So, if you're new to voodoo, hoodoo, African type of magic or studies, this is a great book to start off with. Even if you are a seasoned practitioner like I am, and you don't know anything about voodoo, hoodoo, so on and so forth, she goes into grist bags, which is also known as satchels or sachets that you make for others or yourself for good luck and protection. But she has different things in here, like sigils in there as well. But this is a great book if you're wanting to learn more about this type of aspect. She also, in the back of the book, and this is what's important to me also, was showing different herbs and flowers and the meaning behind them. So not only is she giving you information about the divine feminine and the rights of the divine feminine, but she's going into crystals and herbs and different dirt, like you could use dirt from a church or dirt from a graveyard to do specific workings within voodoo, hoodoo, and other types of I guess I want to say, not necessarily conjure, but I would believe that it is considered to be conjure, especially here in the United States. So, again, if you really want to learn about this is an excellent book. I read it in just a few days, and it is over 200 pages. And she is wonderful because every aspect she talks about is just full and complete. So this is really a good starting point, especially getting the generalized ideas of who you can work with, what you can work with, and how to work with them as far as the goddesses and the divine feminine are concerned. So by all means, if you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and click on subscribe. I have started complimentary readings on Facebook Live every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time if you're interested in tarot readings. I did make a video based on how to read the tarot and the oracle and the difference between the two if you'd like to take a look at that as well. But by all means, also I know the holiday season is almost here for people that are in the Christian religion. And unfortunately, I don't have any time left to rush delivery anything from my website, spiritoftwilight.com. However, all candles are on sale until the 31st. So if you're interested in my handmade candles, and I will guarantee this, I will kick Bed Bath & Body Works in the butt with their scents, with my candles. And if you want to spend less than a third of what you normally spend in a big store or a mass distributor store, or even Walmart per se, without any paraffin wax, then definitely go to spiritoftwilight.com and get your hands on some candles while they're on sale before the 31st. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great holiday, however you celebrate, and of course, have a prosperous new year. Take care. Bye.